Hello friends, welcome to today's session. Today we are going to discuss about how to solve the UPSC prelims question paper. Now, we all have been giving mock tests and we are very familiar with stuffs like attempting questions, and by this time we have all gained some experiences regarding how much we are able to solve and the areas in which we are still weak and need to work upon. So let me give you a few tips today about how to solve the entire paper on the very day of the exam. So according to me, I group the question paper I'll divide it into three parts. The first part contains the questions for which you have an answer and you are confident about that answer. So if you are confident, then go and attempt it at first. The second division is that the things which you have read somewhere and you know the terms, you have heard the words, but exactly what they have asked in the question, you are not sure of. So that's the second category. The third one and the weird one is that even after reading so much, there will be some questions, at least 10 to 20 questions, where you will be like, oh my god, I have not ever heard about it. So these things are bound to happen. So if we have a mindset prior to giving the exam, so I feel it will be easier for all of us. So whenever you get the question paper, I suggest you first go through the questions. It's not that you go through the entire paper, you come back. No, do not do that, because it will be very time consuming. You read each question one by one and line by line. Do read between the lines, because UPSC tends to give options which are like very attractive, and you will feel that okay, so this is right, but there must be a particular word or the sentence they could have reversed in such a manner that you think that okay, I have read it and I'm sure it's correct, but actually it's incorrect. So these are some of the tricks that they play. So in that case, you have to read each line and read in between the lines. And if you find that the question is, you are okay with the question, you are confident, you know it's 100% right, then just mark it on your OMR sheet and just make a circle or something, or maybe just do not do anything, just mark it on your OMR sheet and leave it. Do it in such a way that you do not have to revise or do anything again, because once you mark on the OMR sheet, you cannot change it. If you make two markings for the same question, it will be considered to be cancelled. So just be careful about all these things. The second thing is that you go on solving questions, and once you find that okay, this particular question falls under the second category where I have like, okay, I have read it, but I'm not sure about the answer. So just make a circle and leave it for the time being, because it is that question where you have to exercise your mind. You will have to pressurize yourself thinking that okay, where have I read it? Was this particular sentence that they have given in the option written there? So you have to pressurize yourself. So do not go to attempt it in the first go, because that will just subsume, it will just remove or might wash away something important which you have read, and maybe a direct question a few questions later after that question. So then you will make a mistake over there also. So for the time being, the second category questions, you just make a circle and leave them. Then after you solve the entire paper in this way, and for the third category, do not put any pressure on yourself. And if you have already attempted in the entire paper around 60 to 65 questions in which you are confident and you know that okay, and some are 50-50s, then it's better to leave the rest, because if you haven't heard about it at all, or if you haven't known the things, then just by guessing things, I mean, as per the probability, you are supposed to go wrong mostly. So that will give you a negative marking. So it might be a fact that without those negative markings you could have been selected, but again with those negative markings you just couldn't be selected. So don't let that thing come in the process of being selected. So just put a cross sign against the third category questions where you think that, okay, I do not know it, I haven't heard about it, and do not pressurize yourself. And rather than guessing in those third category questions, you try to put a guess in the second category of the questions where you have heard it's a 50-50 and you can eliminate some options. Okay, so I think this much is enough. And for the CSAT part, you need to be very calm, and I would say that you first try to solve the mathematical portions, because if you solve them entirely, I think it's sufficient to have a pass marks for the paper 2, that's the CSAT. And if you find that, okay, one or two sums it's difficult, or like I cannot manage, or the answer I'm getting is not given in the options, then you can go for the English, that is the paragraph part, because otherwise it's very time consuming, and paragraphs are very long, you might make mistakes, and so it's better to solve the mathematical part in the beginning. So then you will not have so much pressure, okay, towards the end. And never put yourself into any kind of pressure in the examination hall. So I think that's all for today. Okay, I hope your preparations are going well, and this is probably the last video before the exam, because I don't think I have much to tell you guys about. But like, if I find anything new and I feel that I should share it with everyone, then definitely I'll make a video. So that's all for today, and best of luck to all of you. Thank you and have a nice day.